Although the Tibetan Spaniel arrived in America a little more than 20 years ago, its remarkable intelligence and affectionate nature have made the breed extremely popular. Prized for centuries in its native Tibet as a companion and watchdog, the Tibetan Spaniel was unknown in the West until the late 1800s, when the first specimen of the breed was brought to England. Even so, the first Tibetan Spaniel appeared in the United States only in 1965. The American Kennel Club approved the breed to compete in the non-sporting group January 1984. You'll be seeing many Tibetan Spaniels during this presentation. Some are outstanding examples, others are less so. But all are representative examples of the breed and will help your understanding of this Oriental watchdog and companion. Now, let's begin. In general appearance, the Tibetan Spaniel is a small, active, alert dog with a well-balanced appearance. He is slightly longer in body than he is tall, rectangular rather than square. As for size in the Tibetan Spaniel, ideally both dogs and bitches should stand about 10 inches at the withers and will range between 9 to 15 pounds. Well-balanced are the key words. The Tibetan Spaniel should never appear long in body and low to the ground, nor short-backed and high on leg. This properly coated dog's proportions are correct, with the legs long enough to allow a rectangle of daylight beneath the body. Balance and proportion should be your primary guidelines. A symmetrical, pleasing animal typifies the Tibetan Spaniel. Let's begin our detailed examination of the Tibetan Spaniel with the head. It is small in proportion to the body and is carried proudly like this. It gives the dog an aristocratic appearance. The skull is slightly rounded and is joined to the muzzle by a slight but definite stop. The muzzle itself is medium in length, straight, and blunt with cushioning. It should also be free from wrinkles. The dog should never appear down-faced. This muzzle is incorrect. It's too pointed and weak. The wrinkling seen on this muzzle is also incorrect, and the muzzle is too short. It gives the dog a harsh look. Although the muzzle should be well cushioned, there should be no sign of wrinkling. This correct muzzle is medium in length, blunt, and in proportion to the length of skull. This dog's ratio of muzzle to skull is excellent. This skull is too domed. From the front on this correct head, you can see the slightly domed skull. It is broadest at eye level and should not fall away under the eyes. The nose should be black like this. The blunt appearance of the muzzle is due in part to the slightly undershot jaws. This lends an impression of depth and width to the chin. Slightly undershot means that the upper incisors should fit neatly inside and touch the lower incisors. Full dentition is desired. The teeth should not show when the mouth is closed, nor should the tongue protrude. This level bite is also permissible, as long as the depth and width of chin are evident. This scissors bite is undesirable. An overshot mouth is definitely incorrect and should be penalized. The Tibetan Spaniel's keen, intelligent expression is due in part to correctly shaped and placed eyes. The eyes are oval in shape, medium in size, and are set fairly wide apart. They should be forward-looking, like these are, giving an ape-like expression. The eyes should be dark brown in color, bright and expressive. The eye rims should be black. Liver, or putty-colored pigmentation, is a fault. These large, round, prominent eyes are not desirable. You can see how they detract from this dog's expression. Large, full eyes are faulty, as are light-colored eyes. Ears are medium in size and set fairly high on the head, just below the top of the skull, like this. They're pendant and well-feathered in adult dogs. There can be a slight lift from the skull before the ears fold over, but they should not fly, that is, lift too high off the skull. These ears are set too high. But these ears, which fly out to the side, are not correct. Equally undesirable are erect ears, or ears which are too large and low-set, like these. Here again is the desired Tibetan Spaniel look: alert, watchful, intelligent. You can see here that the male head is masculine, but never coarse. The female head is finer throughout, with a softer expression.